Imagine a brand new Tesla Model 2 hitting the roads next month for just over $10,000 after discounts. It's shaking the entire electric car world. A detailed plan to send it to 19 countries from 2025 to 2028 is already out, and we haven't even talked about its style or tech yet. Seeing it in person would be the ultimate proof, but the specs alone are sparking excitement. How did Tesla's production secrets slip out? And is this the best budget electric car out there? Let's explore how the Model 2 flipped the market with its daring schedule. From June 2025, Tesla's Austin plant will crank out 10,000 Model 2s a week, hitting 500,000 in year 1 and 1 million yearly by 2027. Its massive 12 million square foot factory uses cutting-edge casting tools and assembly lines, with robots doing 80% of the tasks. This slashes labor costs by 30% compared to Model 3 and Y and ensures fast deliveries. On-site solar and wind power cut energy bills by 15%, letting Tesla offer a $25,000 base price without banking on uncertain battery tech. Starting in 2026, Tesla will launch versions designed for extreme weather as standard, not extras. Las Vegas drivers facing scorching summers get an advanced cooling loop, improved cabin prep, and a battery that handles -30°F cold. This keeps range and charging solid in tough conditions, unlike other brands that charge extra for it. Tesla's global expansion feels like a carefully planned mission, mapped out across time and regions. From January to June 2026, major U.S. cities are first. Cars from Texas reach Los Angeles in January, New York in February, and the Southeast and Mountain West by spring. In late 2026, smaller U.S. cities get deliveries, while Berlin ships right-hand drive cars to the UK and Europe. London plans 15,000 deliveries in Q3, supported by 4 new charging hubs around the M25. From January to June 2027, Tesla hits Australia starting with Sydney, plus Canada and more EU nations. Sydney's cars flow through a new Port Botany facility handling 300 vehicles a day. From July to December 2027, China, India, Japan, Thailand, and Singapore get customized models after battery supplies sync up. By 2028, Latin America completes Tesla's global reach. By scaling factories with demand, Tesla avoids the long delays that upset early Model 3 buyers. Making cars in Texas, not California, shortens shipping by 20%, saving $1,800 per car. Building in Europe and Australia dodges tariffs, saving $2,200 per unit. These savings keep the price under $25,000, even with taxes and fees. Local parts sourcing saves another $1,000 by avoiding overseas shipping costs other carmakers rely on. Orders open online from September 20th to 25th, with a tool predicting delivery within 10 days using production and shipping data. A $250 refundable deposit secures your place. Tesla owners get first dibs in November 2025, fleet buyers in January 2026, and the public can buy freely from April 2026. For retirees or tight-budget families, a reliable delivery date is nearly as big as the low price. Tesla's financial power secures low loan rates, like 0.9% in the US and 1.2% in Europe, plus insurance 15 to 25% cheaper than rivals due to local repairs and quick parts. Each factory will run monthly owner events, tours, and tech training to build a tight-knit community that keeps customers loyal. A second Texas factory, within 150 miles of Austin to share workers and suppliers, is set for 2028. This Texas complex would produce 2 million Model 2s a year, about 12% of the 2024 U.S. car market. At that level, Tesla sets prices, forcing competitors to adapt or exit. Why trust the Model 2 is so cheap? Picture driving a new Tesla that costs less than a used hatchback. Insiders claim a $25,000 base price. Even if that's a bit high, Tesla's plan is to smash what people expect an electric car to cost. Discounts make it wilder. A federal tax credit for cars under $55,000 cuts $7,500, turning $25,000 into $17,500. California adds up to $2,500, New York and Texas around $2,000. Combine them in the right spot, and it's near $15,000, cheaper than used compacts with tons of miles. People blink twice at that number. Tesla's direct sales skip dealer fees, surprise paperwork, or forced extras, saving $1,500 to $3,000 over regular dealers. The average new electric car costs $55,544, and any new car is $49,740. The 2025 Nissan Leaf, the cheapest mainstream EV, starts above $29,000 before credits. Gas compacts like the Toyota Corolla or Honda Civic run $20,000 to $21,500 but miss EV discounts. A $13,999 Model 2 after incentives is 70 to 80% less than the average EV and over half off a gas compact. This could help families replace old cars, make EVs reachable for new buyers, and boost green jobs for emissions goals. It's no trick, a sub-$14,000 Tesla could put electric cars in driveways once unthinkable. How does Tesla pack performance and safety into such a low price? Stay tuned, as the Model May 2nd show cheap and great engineering can mix. If the price makes you think something's cut, the stats should calm you. Prototypes hit 60 miles per hour in 5 seconds, outrunning pricier sports sedans. The standard battery gives 226 miles, while a long-range pack hits 298 miles, enough for 2 weeks of commutes without plugging in. It gets 4.1 miles per kilowatt-hour, beating the average EV by a mile, saving 25% on charging. Its sleek 0.219 drag coefficient glides through air better than most rivals. Cheaper lithium iron phosphate batteries at $80 per kilowatt-hour, 40% less than Model 3s, boost range and power without hiking costs. V3 superchargers fill 80% in 20 to 25 minutes at 250 kilowatts, like a coffee break. The battery lasts 950,000 miles with little wear, good for decades of daily driving. The SpaceX-inspired frame uses a honeycomb shell and one-piece cast aluminum, keeping it light and tough. A thermal system with 14 sensor layers and 12 battery sections isolates problems fast, slashing fire risks. Safety tests predict a 5-star rating with crash strength 3 times the federal minimum. Ownership costs beat gas sedans, with $2,700 maintenance over 5 years and $17,245 total, saving $11,500 over a Corolla. The crash structure, inspired by rockets, uses a one-piece aluminum cage and 12 battery chambers with sensors to stop overheating. Tests show luxury SUV-level protection. Full self-driving hardware is standard, with a decade of updates. Million-mile lithium iron phosphate cells kill battery fears. Energy costs 19 cents per mile, and 5-year maintenance is $2,700, 42% less than gas cars. A $4,000 buyback floor and strong used EV demand keep its value high. Is the Model 2 a true steal or just buzz? With a post-incentive price under $14,000, can a new Tesla beat a used compact? Share your view below. Imagine a 2025 Tesla for $10,050. Would you grab it? Elon Musk unveiled a tested Model 2 with specs that jolt the car industry. The $10,050 price stunned everyone. It's not a used car or clearance stock but a new Tesla with top quality. Tesla never sells at a loss, so how's it so cheap? Can $10,050 stand in today's economy? Let's reveal the 5-part strategy. The biggest step is a bold production plan. Musk says the Model 2 will be Tesla's top-produced car, with 50 million units, more than all other models combined. It seemed like a stretch, but the 50,000-ton gigapress proves Tesla's serious. This massive machine casts 5 car bodies at once, maybe 8 or 10 for the Model 2. It's so fast, like an electronics line, no one can approach it. Compared to the 9,000-ton Cybertruck press, it's a game-changer. Musk says it's for next-gen EVs like the Model 2 and Cybercab, moving at lightning speed. An engineer said the Model 2's frame has 80 parts, 60% less than the Model Y's 200, easing assembly. With the Gigapress, it could drop from 35 seconds for a Model Y to 5 seconds. Shanghai's factory makes a Model Y every 35 seconds, the fastest globally, says Lars Moravy. The smaller Model 2 makes 5 seconds doable. Tesla's 8 million square foot Mexico Gigafactory supports plans for tens of millions of Model 2s. Production across North America, Europe, and Asia builds a global web. Modular lines start in 6 months, unlike years for rivals. Tesla locks battery materials at 40% below market for 8 years and owns 92% of its supply chain, against the industry's 40%. AI logistics cut inventory by 65% with real-time delivery. 17.5 million AI simulations optimize the Model 2's honeycomb chassis, gigacast frames, and SpaceX glass, cutting costs by 78% while keeping profits. This targets 250,000 units by 2026, 1.5 million by 2027, and 50 million total. The $10,050 price is legit, with no hidden costs. Dealerships tack on $3,000 in fees, but Tesla's direct sales avoid this. It includes a $7,500 federal credit, up to $4,500 state rebates, $500 to $1,200 utility rebates, and $200 to $750 for seniors in 14 states. In New York or Los Angeles, it could hit $7,000, less than used gas cars. Ownership costs $17,245 over 5 years, versus $28,800 for a Corolla or $30,400 for a Civic, saving $11,500. No oil changes or spark plugs cut maintenance by $4,700. Financing includes a 60-month loan at 5.9% for $223 monthly or 36 months at 4.5% for $343. Cash buyers over a set age get a $500 discount to $11,790. Tesla plans 5 million Model 2s from Texas, Mexico, Berlin, and Shanghai. Modular lines cut delivery to 4 to 6 weeks. By Q1 2027, Texas hits 1.2 to 1.3 million units, Shanghai 1.4 million in Q2, Berlin 1.1 million in Q3, and Mexico 1.7 million in Q4. Uniform production ensures equal quality worldwide. Tesla aims at first-time buyers to be their sole brand. The Model 2's 53 kWh CATL lithium iron phosphate battery gives 250 miles, with a 280-mile long-range option. 30% lighter than the Model Y, it's efficient. CATL's LFP cells charge 0 to 80% in 20 minutes, fast for $25,000. LFP's safety and low cost suit the mass market. Giga Nevada production secures the $7,500 credit. How does Tesla keep $10,050 profitable with global cost shifts? Share below. Tesla begins pilot production in June 2025 at $25,000, dropping to $15,000 after incentives. Fremont prototypes confirm it's close. Drone footage from April 24 and 27 shows a smaller shell with a narrower roof by Model YS at Fremont's test track. A fastback body was towed nearby. The roof is a quarter shorter, with a 150 to 180 mm shorter wheelbase. Fremont's GA 4.5 line, for Model 3 and Y, is retooled for this crossover. Lars Moravy said in Q1 they're tackling last-minute fixes, with production for mid-2025. Musk, on April 22, focused on Tesla, aiming for early 2025 production in Fremont and Austin to avoid tariffs. CFO Vibhav Taneja set June 20, 2025, for pilot builds, calling it Tesla's cheapest. China leaks cite an E80 Model Y variant with a 50 to 55 kWh pack, no glass roof, fewer speakers, and fabric seats, matching Fremont's shell. Reuters flagged a possible Q3 U.S. delay, but Fremont's body validation suggests final tweaks. Tesla targets a $15,000 Model 2 with low costs. Analysts estimate $25,000 to $30,000, half the $48,641 U.S. car price. Against a $21,700 Corolla, it offers electric power and Tesla's software. The $7,500 Inflation Reduction Act credit applies, as Model 3s meet 50% domestic battery rules. Built in Texas or Mexico with LFP cells, it drops $25,000 to $17,500 or $27,000 to $19,500. Colorado offers $3,500 and $2,500 for cars under $35,000, saving $11,500 for a $15,000 car. Running costs save $851 yearly over a Corolla, or $4,000 in 5 years, with minimal maintenance. A 3-section cast frame cuts 370 parts, and BYD's LFP packs last 500,000 kilometers. Musk says Model 2 is for the masses, not just robot access. It beats the $34,000 Bolt and $29,900 Leaf. The 53 kWh 4680 LFP pack, built into the floor, boosts stiffness by 30%, cuts parts, and drops weight 27% to 2,800 to 3,000 pounds. A 0.23 drag coefficient gives 250 EPA miles, enough for 98% of U.S. drives. 4C charging at 325 kilowatts fills 80% in 14 minutes. A 220 horsepower motor hits 60 miles per hour in 6 seconds, topping the $33,670 Golf GDI. At 7.3 kilograms per kilowatt, it outdoes the $34,995 Equinox EV and $29,000 Leaf. A low center of gravity and 0.88 to 0.92 G cornering rival a BMW 3 Series. Braking stops 70 to 0 in under 150 feet, and regenerative braking adds 25 city miles. It uses 0.25 kilowatt-hours per mile, 20% better than the Equinox, 30% better than the Leaf. 3-piece gigacasting and cheap 4,680 cells keep profit at $25,000. Full self-driving V12, hardware 4, and a 360 degrees safety shield are standard. The $17,500 to $19,500 price beats the $27,500 Equinox and $29,000 Leaf by $10,000 to $12,000, with faster charging and longer range. Giga Mexico's 10,000 weekly units will shake up gas sedans and EVs under $35,000. The 2025 schedule leak shows Fremont's pilot line at 1,000 cars weekly, with a September Texas unveil, April 2026 California deliveries, and a Giga Mexico handoff 3 months later. 40% of year 1 volume stays in the U.S., targeting incentive-rich states. Berlin and Shanghai cover Europe and China, avoiding a 27.5% tariff. The $7,500 credit ends in 2025, so speed matters. Is a $15,000 Model 2 with fabric seats and no glass roof still thrilling? Share below.